And you need to have that kind of attitude. And the reason being is that if you don't, you can't protect your clients aren't going to protect your time. They're not going to care about your time. They're in it for their favorite radio station, WIIFM. What's in it for me, right? That's just the society we have today. One of the coaches, in fact, when Galel gets here, I'll have him mention it. I forget the exact phrase, but it's the standard you walk past is the standard you accept, I believe is the phrase. Okay, so one of the other coaches in the group that I'm with is this. So basically the gist of it is what you accept in your practice is the standard that you're accepting. So what it means is when you have those types of situations, even though I would say sort of the nature of the beast of dealing with clients in the representation world, because they're in this mess because of usually, I'll call it procrastination, fear, whatever it is that they just didn't get around to it. Now, some people have legitimate reasons, okay? Health, dying, natural disaster are usually some of the most common ones. And those people we can deal with, but still, nonetheless, you still gotta apply the pressure, okay? Because obviously it's not doing them any good if they're delaying. And the more they delay, the longer it takes you to get a case resolved. And the longer you take to get case resolved, the less capacity you have to deal with other things, right? We're having a conversation, Riedel was sharing that, she had a bunch of clients this year, a lot more than normal, that didn't bring them in by April 15th for her tax prep, and she does most of the business stuff. And so now she's got a bunch of people that she says are trickling in. Well, it's your practice. You control everything in your practice, okay? Please don't make any mistake about that, okay? So the standard you set is by letting them do that, okay? And not to pick on Riedel, because I'm sure we all have that problem in whether it's a case or a tax return, we all have that. And you've got to set the law, if you will, in your practice. As I like to say, it's like, these are my rules to come play with me in my sandbox, and if you don't want to, then you can't come in. And if you're already in, and if you don't play by the rules, then I'm going to kick you out.